Yes, guys, welcome to this new series that I will be doing where I will be backtesting GBP USD throughout the whole of 2025, starting in January, which we are in now. And I am basically essentially going over my exact strategy every single trade to see what trades we took throughout the year. However, my normal strategy is a 5-minute break of structure. We are doing every other confluence. Everything is the exact same, except from this time we are going to be collecting data on the 1-minute break of structure. So you guys can ultimately see how effective this strategy can be, even with the slightest tweak that we can make. And the slightest tweaks could make X amount of difference, or no amount of difference, or big amounts of difference, okay? Because we've got data on the 5-minute chart, of course, throughout the year, which is how I trade. So we can then compare the two at the end of the year and see how this 1-minute break of structure compares to a 5-minute break of structure. So essentially what I look for is the 4-hour and the 1-hour timeframes to be aligned. And then from there, it's just a checklist that you will see. So it's half discretionary, half mechanical. It's a very, very easy strategy that you guys will pick up throughout this series for sure. And then you guys can go out and start backtesting yourselves and collecting data on this model. So we'll start on the hourly time frame. We are on a Friday, so we need to skip to Sunday. That's a big move. So we've got a sessions indicator on. So yellow is Asia, blue is London, and red is New York, just to make it a bit clearer for you guys. So let's skip to Asia. We're in London now. We are looking for sells here, but ultimately we want a sweep of Asia here. Ideally, unless we have a really energetic move down here, then we can look for a fib range pull, but we'll see. So nothing really presenting itself in London session on that day. We are now retraced upwards. 4-hour is still majorly bearish. Hourly, it's a big pullback on the hourly. It's looking like we've broken structure here to the upside as well, so we will be leaving this trade here because we need the 4-hour and the 1-hour to be aligning. So actually now the 1-hour has just broken structure to the downside. We'll see if we get a retracement in New York, but I doubt we will. We will actually get a retracement in New York. Let's see how this plays out, shall we? So we've had the retracement in New York. However, it's a bit late in New York. I didn't realize the time. So we will essentially take trades from 8 a.m. UK time until about 11:30 a.m. UK time. So 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. UK time. And in New York, we will take trades anywhere from 1 p.m. to at the latest 3 p.m. Okay, so we're looking for the morning session of London and the morning session of New York. Okay. So yeah, that's a bit late in the day for a retracement tap in for New York. So we will leave that one. Let's see if it plays out. It would have just gone sideways. So it's lucky that we left that one alone. Coming into the day again, we've moved sideways for the last few days now. So we will leave this day as well. Really nice energetic move up here. On the 4-hour, are we aligning with that? We have broken structure to the upside with this high here. Let's have a look at the hourly again. Hourly is looking really, really nice. But again, we're too late in the day. This is now 3 p.m. So yeah, we'll leave that one alone. Coming into the 16th, no clear bias. I mean, look at this type. Look at this price action, guys. This is what we want to be avoiding. Essentially, we don't want to see price trending sideways. We want to see price like. I mean, price action hasn't been amazing recently, but moving downwards, you see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, etc. So that's the sort of price action we want to be seeing and catching moves on, essentially. Okay. So again, we're just moving sideways. We need to see an energetic push either direction. This price is horrendous. We don't want to be trading that. And it is okay to spend a week out of the charts. There is multiple weeks throughout the year where price action will do this. It will move sideways. But it's important to stay out the charts for those periods of time, because you won't be finding anything that you need to be finding. Setups, etc. Like if we look at the 4-hour here, there is no bias. We need a 4 and a 1-hour bias. Okay, so we will skip all of this until we find we're still moving sideways. There we go. Really nice push. So this is where hopefully we can catch some buys in this next day. So what are we? We're in Asia session now. Just had a sweep of Asia by the looks of things. Let's have a look here. So we just swept there. We haven't had a tap in yet. Okay, so here, London session has just opened. We've swept Asia's low really nicely and had a nice reaction. So what we need to see next is a break of structure to the upside. We swept again. We need to see a break of structure. Swept again. Still need to see that break of structure. It might come in New York session potentially. So we'll see if that comes in New York. So New York gives us a really nice push here, which is lovely. And then we'll see if we can get a retracement anywhere at all. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything there. No, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything there, which is fine. So coming into the hourly again, we are still, I wouldn't say we're bullish actually. Okay, we are still bullish. We're looking very, very nice for buys here. 4 hour, really nice trend. So this is what I was talking about, guys. So we want to see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then we want to be buying from a higher low. So hopefully we can catch a trade during this session. The hourly as well, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So again, buying from a higher low. It is as simple as that, guys. Like the bias is the only discretionary part of this strategy, but it is the most important part. If you can nail that, you are looking very, very good. Okay. So we have swept Asia in Frankfurt, had a really, really nice push here, and we have broken structure to the upside. So now we are in London session. Let's see if we can get a entry during London. We can. So we have inversed this imbalance here during London session, which is perfect, just what we want. We want to put stops just below here and target a simple 2RR. Okay, so that is looking really, really nice. Let's see if we can catch anything here. Let's move this up. There we go. Really, really nice trade. So we have essentially waited 2 weeks for one trade, but that trade has absolutely smashed TP. And yeah, that's 2% on a live account. If you've got a live 100k account, that's $2,000. You know, that's an average monthly salary. Right, guys, I did just want to come on here and just basically tell you guys that in the free Discord, which is linked in this YouTube video, there is a VIP section where you can learn this strategy one-to-one and book a completely free call with ourselves to see if this mentorship is something that you are interested in and whether the packages that we offer are something that you guys would want. Okay, so if you head into the Discord, which is completely free, and go over to the apply for VIP section in the Discord, you'll be able to book a completely free call with us and the team and get yourself on board to learn this strategy that I'll be essentially showing you guys for completely free as well. So yeah, head over to the Discord and continue with this video. So that is why patience is so important in these markets, guys. You can wait 2-3 weeks for a trade if market is doing this. And in January especially, January isn't the best month for trading. You know, there's a lot of news events and price tends to consolidate before news events. So that can make price action very, very tricky to trade. So yeah, that is why it's so important to be patient in the markets. So that is a really, really nice start to the episode. So let's continue from there and hope we can catch some nice moves. But this is what we want. Energetic moves up, catching the retracements from there. Let's continue. Coming into the 23rd, no clear bias, moving sideways again. Nice push up here for the 24th. Really, really nice here. Let's see if we can catch anything here. Nice push. See if we can get a retracement from this hourly push here. So if we bring the fib out from this move, we've tapped in now. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. So we've tapped in here. So we would have essentially entered this trade around, we didn't inverse that there. We inversed it on this candle here. and it's lucky that price is still around that position now as well. We would be putting stops ideally below here, but that makes stops a little bit large. So we'll bring stops to about 950 here, and then target a 2R. So let's see if this trade plays out. We'll place the order for this. And let's see what happens. And there we go. Another beautiful, beautiful trade. So that is 2 trades in a matter of 2 days, I think that was, or 3 days. Having not traded at all for the first 2 weeks of January. And now we're up 4%, 4R. So that is really, really nice. And that's 2 examples of how we trade. Like, that is the 2 exact examples. So we either get a sweep of Asia, and then our confluence is, or we get a really strong push, pull out the fib of that push, retrace into here, look for the 1 minute inversion fair value gap, enter, bang, 2R. Beautiful, lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely start to the series. Let's hope we can catch one more trade by the end of the month. That would be really nice. Let's go to the hourly time frame. Hourly here. And let's see if we can find any more. So again, we're looking for buys here. See if we get anything. 4 hour is still massively, massively bullish. Hourly time frame, we've had a sweep. Let's see if we get anything on the 1 minute. We don't want to push too far down though. That is one thing that, okay, really, really nice energetic move up. Let's see if we can get a tap into the fib range of this move. Don't go without us. It's going to go without us. Yeah. It's a shame because you can see there we had the exact right idea, but sometimes it just doesn't give you an entry. And that is how the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. You know, you can't catch every move that you want to be catching. This will probably push up, but it's a bit late in the day, 4 p.m. So yeah, moving on. Price has now come back down. It's looking like it's in a downtrend, having broken structure to the downside on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, sorry. On the 4 hour, we're sort of consolidating. So we need to find that clear bias. Again, moving sideways, price that you want to be avoiding. We're in this sort of zone now. We need to be exiting that zone before we find another trade. No, price is not looking good. You can see if we pull out a box here, this is what consolidation is, guys. You know, we don't want to be in these areas. We want to see large pushes up and catch the retracements. That's exactly how we trade. So yeah, this is the last day of January. So we did only trade, I think it was 2 weeks of January, and we caught 2 buys because the first 2 weeks of January is normally terrible, terrible price action. We've got the new year, big news events always come out at the start of January. So January is actually normally a very, very tricky month to trade, but we've come out on top. We've come out 2% up, 2 trades. That's all you need. You know, 1 trade a week, which is essentially what we've done. So let's get the analytics up for these. So this is how we're looking right now. 100% win rate, 2 trades, 2 wins, and 4 are 4% up. So yeah, this is the stats for the first month, guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment anything you need in the comments. And I'll see you in episode 2 when we backtest February. See you in a bit, boys.